I actually can't believe it's been 2 weeks since my surgery. It still feels like yesterday. Pain level, much better. I am stopping my blood thinners medication and only take codeine occasionally, mainly at night if the pain's bothering me, because the knees does get quite stiff. So today's video, we're just going to go through some simple basic knee exercises, often given after the early stage of surgery. The aim of these exercises is to encourage activation of your quad muscles, so in the front, your hamstring muscles, and still trying to get that extension range. We know that bending knee flexion range will come back slowly as the swelling goes down, but the extension can limit our rehab progression, so that is an aim that we want to work towards. So what happened this week for me wise, I have had a physio appointment, and it was about 5 days ago. My knee was still quite swollen then, so I was about 3 centimeters off full extension. So I can guarantee you today I haven't got a tape measure with me, but I'm pretty much nearly there, so you can have a guess for yourself for how many centimeters that would be. And I also have my stitches removed, so I went to my local GP and the nurses have removed them. Fun fact that I've learned this week, it's that if your stitches it's transparent, it is likely that it is a dissolvable one. So when they remove the stitches, they don't actually need to take the stitches out, which I thought was great, because that way you don't have to, you know, pull some stitches out and peeling your scalp again. So I'm really happy, but I still have 2 wounds that are not fully healed yet. So let me just show you. Yeah, so now they've kind of moved it to another 2 plaster for another week, and hopefully they will all heal up nicely in about a week's time. Mobility wise, still on 2 crutch, but I was able to walk around with quite a bit of ease, so I don't think it'll be long until I progress to 1 crutch. So anyways, let's get cracking. So if you are watching this video and want to do the exercise with me, fantastic. Maybe do it in bed, something a bit more firm, it's a bit easier, or on the sofa. So we're going to start off by one of the most classic exercises of quad activation, which is your static quads. So in static quads, if you just do one leg, it can be quite hard to press it down. So instead, we're going to do 2 legs together. You're just going to press it down and relax. So we are going to do this 10 times. Number 2, 3, 4. I'm doing both together so that it's just a bit easier to get that quad activation in. I think that must be about 9, 10. So this exercise, I do it 3 times a day, and yeah, I think they're coming on nicely. You can see a bit of movement. I know it's not huge, but it's there. The second movement is in range quad, so you can do this with a pillow or just roll a bit of towel. Essentially, we are trying to have a bit of a slight knee bend like this, because when our knee is still sore and painful, sometimes static quads, like you said, I am slightly hypermobile, so my knee does go more than 180 degrees. So just bending that knee will make it a bit easier to push it down. So we're going to press it down. Number 1, number 2, number 3, 4. Often people who do in the range quads is aiming more towards the femoral muscles on the inside of that knee. Number 5, number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. So depending on the stages of your rehab, you might be, if you're a bit ahead of other people, you might be able to lift that heel off already, but if not, that's okay too. Just listen to your body. Right, the next movement we're going to do, it's a hamstring isometric exercise. So for me, I use a hamstring graft, so the back of my quad no quadricep hamstring muscles was used to get stitched into that knee. So it's important to build hamstring strength. So I'm going to start with just bending my knee as far as I'm comfortable, and this time I'm just digging the heels down and relax. So as I'm digging it down, I can feel this muscles contracting. 10 of those again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, something that's to my surprise, actually, what a lot of patients say, but I never fully understand why. It's that although they use hamstring graft, but my hamstring is not really causing me much pain and discomfort. If anything, it's the ITB area coming down to the lateral side of my knee. This is actually a lot more achy than here. If you have similar experiences or thought that was interesting, I just thought that was interesting. So yeah, so even doing that is not causing me much trouble. The next one we're going to do is just giving our hamstring a bit of a stretch. So you're going to reach towards your toes. If you can't reach there, you can put it on wherever you can reach. So maybe it's your shin, maybe it's your quads. But essentially, just want to give the hamstrings and the back of your gastrocnemius calf muscles. I had to think about that. I was just thinking gastrocnemius, what is like the layman term? Yeah, calf muscles. A bit of a stretch. Okay, the next movement, I don't think the physiotherapist routinely gives us a knee exercise, but I found because of being less mobile and using the crutches, is pushing a lot on the shoulders, I just like to add a bit of rotational stretch. So I just bend my knee, rotate him sideways. Oh, and also I really like Baby Yoda, so this is a Baby Yoda jacket that I've got when I went to Disneyland Paris with my friend. Same on the other side, so we're slack bending the knee as far as you can go. So if you are going through a total knee replacement, this exercise, bending is actually more important than extension, but because mine it's an ACL surgery, we're working on extension more. So the same on the other side. I'm not really pressing onto my knee, just maybe just above the thigh. Nice. Right, so here's the cushion. So the last exercise is more like a resty one. Essentially, again, I'm trying to work on my foot extension as my main priority. So I'm bringing my foot into a cushion. So I'm just elevating my heels a bit. There is a lot of protective mechanism going on because it's swollen, because it's stiff. The knee and the hip flexors do get tight from trying to keep this knee as solid and rigid and as possible. So this is just a hanging exercise. You can hang for about 30 seconds to a minute as far as you're comfortable. But as you can see, my knee's nearly straight. Yay! Nearly. So just, I can put through one fingers down, but I also found that when I ice it, it does help with the extension part of this movement, which is good, I guess. So yeah, here are the main exercises that I'm doing every day. They don't take too long, they are quite routine based, but somehow just doing them makes me feel a bit more in control of my body and also a bit more mobile. If I just sit all the time, it's not gonna make my knee feel good. So another thing that I've been trying this week is that I try and get up and walk from my living room to my bathroom every hour of the waking hour if possible, just to try and keep my knee moving and remember what it's like to walk properly again. Great to have you tuning in. hopefully next week we will be moving on to using one crutch. I'm starting to be able to weight bear on it properly and my operated leg, so you can look at my progress hopefully in one crutch next week.